Welcome to First Person Defender, where good guy role players come face to face with unknown attackers in real-world scenarios.
Call the police.
Stop right here.
And
Stop right
fight
here.
their way out.
Get down on the ground!
You're about to set my daughter on fire. There's no way I was gonna let that happen. Get away from her! Get away from her now!
You got me in the shoulder, right through center mass of what I was giving you.
This force-on-force training uses Simunitions, a non-lethal alternative to live ammunition, backed up with live fire training on the range. From home invasions,
Get out of my house!
to active killers and multiple attackers.
Speed kills. Sometimes it's fast speed, sometimes it's slow speed.
Each episode of First Person Defender features a situation straight out of real life.
Get in the damn car!
This could happen to anyone.
This is First Person Defender. Today on First Person Defender, a young couple attends a public meeting only to find themselves in the middle of an active killer scenario.
You expect suits. Shut up! Shut up!
Brandon Nguyen. I'm from Orange County, California, and I've been living in New Orleans for about 9-10 years. I'm currently a server right now. After I get off work, I like to spend time with my family, Lee and my son, Constantine.
My name is Lee Nguyen. I'm a server at a sushi restaurant. I'm a full-time mom. Right now, I don't have a concealed weapons permit, but he does.
The first time I ever been to a gun range was with Brandon. Probably try to go maybe twice a month. I mean, we have the kid with us all the time, so we can't really go all the time.
I got into shooting with my father when I was a younger kid, but the real experience, I would say, was from the military. I served 4 years in the Marine Corps. When we go out, I'm always in what people call yellow light caution, meaning I'm always aware of my surroundings, which I am. And we usually go out like very late in the French Quarter of New Orleans, which is one of the most dangerous spots in New Orleans.
I'm just really careful. I don't put myself in situations that needed to protect myself.
I feel like it's gonna be a big learning experience for me to try to protect myself.
When I'm out and about, I feel my level of preparation is intermediate level, but at home, I'm prepared for anything. I've taught Lee a few things about home defense. I have, let's say, around 27 handguns so far, 3 rifles, 2 shotguns. Out of plain view, of course, because I have a 4-year-old running around the house.
I took the concealed carry weapons class, but I didn't turn in my application form yet. I am taking my time to pay for other things, so it's not a priority to me. And I don't really want to carry as much as he wants to carry.
He's obviously got some knowledge of firearms. Admittedly has a very minimal amount of formal training other than what he got in the service. You know, the problem is most training that exists out there that's geared towards just CCW, and a lot of people think that's where it starts and stops at. That's not the same thing as that ability to understand the dynamics of those events and make those quality decisions under duress. It's a whole different ballgame, different paradigm in training. Your scenario is a pretty simple one. You guys have gone to a city council meeting and you decided to sit there and listen to what the councilmen are bickering about, just kind of see how the situation unfolds and see what kind of actions you take based on what's presented in front of you, all right?
Cool.
Okay.
As the crew sets up the scenario, Brandon and Lee prepare for the event. Crew members in yellow shirts are considered to be invisible. Brandon and Lee will be sitting next to each other and will have to react to the situation. They know something is going to happen, but they don't know what.
Feeling excited and scared at the same time, but I'm ready for whatever. We'll see.
We're looking not so much for firearms action, but we're looking for good solid tactics on the part of both Brandon and Lee. But I'm getting the impression that Brandon is the protector in this group, so I'm hoping he's gonna unfurl his cape and protect his fiance.
Glad you guys can make it out of the meeting. Everybody have a seat now, all right? All right. I know you guys have been worried about the sewer system, and we're going to do something about it.
My kids are playing back there.
We got you covered. You expect good schools. You expect Shut up! Shut up! Hey!
Nosler Defense Ammunition is loaded up front with the bonded performance line of bonded core defense bullets. Professionals trust their next move to Nosler Defense.
The Ruger LC380 is the perfect pairing of the award-winning LC9 pistol and the popular 380 auto cartridge. It features a dovetailed high-visibility 3-dot sight system, 7-round magazine, and finger grip extension floor plate. The Ruger LC380, another rugged, reliable firearm from Ruger.
First Person Defender is brought to you by Smith & Wesson, Crimson Trace, and Blackhawk. Brandon and Lee often work late in the French Quarter of New Orleans. Brandon has a carry permit, but Lee doesn't. In this scenario, they are attending a city council meeting with other citizens.
You know, it's common in couples that the woman will delegate to the male that you're the protector and will rely on him for that as opposed to carrying a weapon themselves or taking that on firsthand. I'm getting the impression that Brandon is the protector in this group, so I'm hoping he's going to unfurl his cape and protect his fiancée.
All right. I know you guys have been worried about the sewer system, and we're going to do something about it.
My kids are playing back there.
We got you covered. There is going to be an increase in taxes.
There already was last year. I mean, how much can you charge?
You expect sewage treatment.
Shut up! Shut up! Hey!
Anybody else want some? Hey, mister, look, we can take care of this. We can take care of this. Anybody else want some? That's it. Oh, we got a hero, huh? Yeah, baby. We got a hero. Come on, hero. I'm shooting everybody. Everybody is dying, including you, boy.
Index.
My gun jammed twice.
The scenario, as it played out from my perspective, was not exactly what I expected it to be.
We got surprised. I could have done a little better. Councilman was talking, came out as a surprise. The shooter came in, started shooting.
Shut up! Hey!
Yeah, our loudmouth agitator to the mayor was the first one that jumped up and tried to defend everybody. You didn't see that?
I seen him jump up. I didn't see him unholster a gun or anything. What I noticed is the shooter was actually aiming at the councilman. That's when I retrieved cover behind this wall right here and unholstered my gun and returned fire.
That's it. Oh, we got a hero, huh?
What I saw was not what I expected to see. And not what I would have hoped to have seen. If this had been all by yourself, you know, sitting here, you're good to go. But you weren't here by yourself. You had a loved one that was with you, and you took on that level of responsibility. So you got to keep that in the back of your mind when we're working on this stuff. All right, this is life or death kind of situations, and she depends on you for that. But Lee, how'd that make you feel when he slipped away and left you over here?
I actually knew it was going to happen.
You knew that was going to happen?
Yeah.
What? She's a liar, guys.
First scenario that we put Brandon and Lee through today, Brandon deployed good skills and good handling, but he left Lee sitting there on the floor, and that's not what we want to have happen. When a situation turns south, you might be spot on and just ready to launch into action. It doesn't mean that everybody else is. And her idea of curling up in a position behind her chair is a bad position to be in. She's a target of opportunity. So you need to coax her, you need to talk to her, you need to communicate with her, you need to make contact with her and get her to safety. That's the goal here, okay? And she's sitting next to you. First thing you guys should have done is when you come in, identify where exits and entrance points are at, okay? Just in case we got to get out of here, whatever. Suddenly it unfolds, you launch into action. Come on, get behind me. Move. Keeping physical contact with her so you know where she's at and keep her behind you and him. The idea with the technique is your security. You're the one with the gun. You're the one that has eyes on the threat. It's the idea is to place yourself between the threat and your loved one.
Go. Hey, follow me. Come on. Back.
All right.
Brandon will now run the drill with live ammunition.
Bad man's in, go.
Babe, follow me. Back. Back.
So you get the idea.
Yes.
Your number one goal before shots are fired is her. You feel comfortable?
Feel pretty comfortable.
Are you feeling comfortable?
Yes. He better save me.
He better save you, but it's that communication. So listen to him, and if he's telling you commands, follow his commands, and work with him to get back here, okay?
Okay.
All right, I called you all here today. You stay on your side of town, okay? Sir, hey, you don't.
When the bond between hand and gun feels as true as a perfectly placed shot, it's not by accident, it's by design. M&P, advanced by design.
For more than 100 years, the Model 1911 has been by our side through it all. And proudly, it's once again a Remington, America's favorite pistol design by America's most trusted gun maker.
With your handgun and the training to back it up, a laser gives you the ultimate advantage. This is Condition Crimson, and in Condition Crimson, we stand. Learn more at conditioncrimson.com.
First Person Defender is brought to you by Crossbreed, Nosler, Simunition, and Remington.
First scenario that we put Brandon and Lee through today, Brandon deployed good skills and good handling, but he left Lee sitting there on the floor, and that's not what we want to have happen.
Yeah, baby.
The drill I went over with Brandon was a consistent drill with, say, anything in protective service operations where you have to guard another individual. It's the idea is to place yourself between the threat and your loved one.
A little bit more confident. I don't know about Superman status, but hopefully we'll do well. Mom, can you come pick me up?
All right, guys, this is our second run through. And you know that this isn't going to be the same scenario. This isn't going to be exactly the same.
Of course.
You're at a city council meeting and just see what happens. There's an emotionally charged situation going on. You got to help her get out of there.
Okay.
All right? Don't drag her through the furniture. All right?
I'll try not to.
All right.
All right, I called you all here today because we've got a problem with lost dogs. If you lose a dog, it belongs to me. This part of town here is Cat Town. You'll notice these two never get together. More lies. Cat lover. I'm telling you, cat lover. And you can always spot these guys from a mile off.
Did anybody vote for him?
You've been a problem for a long time. You stay on your side of town, okay? Sir, holy crap. Hey, you made me lose my... Oh!
Stay back, stay back.
Thank you. Call the cops.
And index.
Compared to the first scenario, how did this feel?
It felt a lot better. I was more confident with this scenario. The shooter was actually one of the people sitting down with us. He pulled out his gun. That's when I grabbed Lee, told her to go back, stand in cover, and that's when I got into position, ready to aim and fire if the perpetrator came to our safe house. He did come up to us.
Stay back, stay back.
That's when I returned fire.
Thank you. Call the cops.
See my buddy here asking for help, but I couldn't really get up to him at the time because I still had to watch the open area to make sure it was clear. That's when I seen him still moving and I shot back.
From my perspective, sitting in the back, you know, I watched you immediately put her behind you and work backwards, as opposed to your, you know, the first scenario where your first priority was the shooter. If I was going to score this one, I would get this one right up there in the 9-10 status. He did real good on the second scenario.
Brandon executed the scenario perfectly, not missing a beat. He got Lee safely to cover and stopped the threat. Further, he stayed plugged in and was able to respond when the attacker tried to shoot him from the floor.
From the psychologist standpoint, we did a little couples counseling, and hopefully we've got Brandon out of the fire. Instead of being the guy who hightailed it off the battlefield, he turned around and was the knight in shining armor on the second one.
Can I go home happy now?
Yeah, definitely.
We're definitely going to be doing more defense situations at home. With the concealed carry class, they just tell you what you should do in a situation and how to defuse it. This is more hands-on, which I like more.
I'm pretty happy about the way things turned out because I'm protected, Brandon didn't get hurt, the shooter is down, and then we learned a lot. I'm glad we did it.